Welcome back. This is Jacob Milliken, owner of 9M Investments, and today we're going to be going through April's private performance from the funds that we own for our clients. So let's jump into it. So obviously, going back to April, the public markets were in free fall, whiplashing around, dropping over 10%, rising 10%. So quite the volatility that we were dealing with. Again, one of the reasons that I use private investments in the first place is to kind of help with that volatility. So kind of give you an idea of what was going on in the private markets, at least the funds that I own for my clients, starting with real estate, Blackstone, Nuveen, both positive on the month. Year to date, Blackstone's up 2% through April, Nuveen's slightly under 1%. Both have a very, very strong dividend, 4.8 for Blackstone, 5.51 for Nuveen. And I always bring this up, depending on where this sits in your accounts. If this is in a taxable account, these dividends are tax advantage. So a huge, huge advantage there. Private credit space, Blackstone private credit, Carlyle private credit or tactical credit, and then Blue Owl. Kind of had a mixed bag. Blackstone was up 0.6 for the month, now up 2.6 for the year. Carlyle actually was down. One of the first times they've been down in a very, very long time. Still positive on the year and still very strong dividend, but Carlyle is actually going through some tactical changes on where they're investing currently. So it's kind of an interesting move, and that may be part of why that we got that negative. And then Blue Owl was flat on the month of April. Now, all things being said, depending, looking at what was going on in the markets, the companies that were affected, these underlying companies that they provided funding for, you might expect some headwinds, but again, fairly consistent, even though that was a little bit of down, not a big spike by any means. And then with Blue Owl, again, positive on year to date, 1.72%. And, again, for me, a lot of these, my clients use this for income. So we're looking at, 10 plus yield, percent yield from an income standpoint. The private equity funds that I own for my clients in April, again, you start comparing these to public markets, and typically a lot of these tend to be smaller companies. So we're really comparing them to like the Russell 2000. Positive on the month. BlackRock actually up almost 2% on the month. Given what happened in April, very happy with the performance there. Year to date, iDirect is at 3.14. BlackRock at 2.49. Again, probably down versus the public markets through April, but at the same time, we didn't have to go through the end of February, March being negative, most of April being negative, and kind of some of the crazy volatility go along with that. Again, another reason why we have this in our portfolios. So that is it for this week's or this month's performance. If you have any questions, please reach out. Have a great day.